Okay. I'll just leave that down here so we can remember about it. What messages are there for Aries from now until the end of May? Oh yeah, this is graduation season, I forgot. What messages are there for Aries from now until the end of May? The Tower. Okay. Alright. So maybe right after you have a completion of something, looks as if there may be some kind of a dramatic change. Maybe, relocating. Okay, may not be all bad, just relocating. But I see that you have to choose to release the old life. Okay, so if you don't, the universe will do it for you. So it would be a forceful removal of something wrong. In a more positive tone, it could be you get some kind of revelation that brings you emotional satisfaction. But I also see people graduating and needing to move. Like it's a relocation, not just moving houses. Why has the Tower here? Two of Pentacles. Okay. Just make me pull all the cards in the world so we can't have a good reading, or a quick reading. Alright. Okay. Four of Swords and Ace of Swords. Ooh, okay. So Four of Swords reversed says go back to Three of Swords, whatever that would be, possibly the Tower. And then Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. With the Tower. Well, whatever happens with the Tower, it's going to be buffered by the world because it's such a positive card. But I see there was some kind of choice, or there was a juggling of something, and it comes down. Or after this drama happens, then you have a choice. What do you do? You feel defeated, that's for sure. You're wanting to hear from someone, and you're not seeing things clearly. Maybe because you're too focused on whatever the Three of Swords is. Let's get a clarifier. Why is the Four of Swords and Ace of Swords here in reverse? Five of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, somebody got cut out. So somebody's going to be single and lonely. But also see, with it in reverse, you may be coming out of that rather than it being in the future. This would be coming out from being left in the cold. And quite possibly, this could be coming out from being single. I think you're getting over the loss. The Tower, I think it may have already happened. Okay, so for Tower, you got Eight of Wands. Again, there's a moving, so I think you have to move. And you may be going back somewhere you've been before. This might be going back to your resources. And it's like a defeat for you. You really don't want to go back. You may have gone back to something that you thought you had cut out of your life. And this is lots of passion, a revelation of sorts. So that could be personal insight that brings emotional happiness. And for those of you who graduated, may possibly be offers coming in. But it's for the Tower. So we do have fast motion. The Tower is dramatic. So it may be coming very soon if it hasn't already happened. Okay, let's pull another card for you. All right. What messages are there for Aries from now until the end of May? Ace of Cups. Okay, so now emotional satisfaction. Alright, so let's clarify that one. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Okay, Nine of Pentacles, you being culminating, this is your graduation, being self-sufficient, and living the good life. So this does look like it happened in the past. You had to go back to something you didn't really want to. Then we have graduation. You had this reading. So you had to go back somewhere where you didn't want to go. But then it led to something good. It's a similar reading, but a few different cards. And then you end up emotionally satisfied and self-sufficient. And you reach your goal, and it keeps you from trouble. And just overall, another culmination. I think you're grateful. You're just celebrating your accomplishments. You might be celebrating by drinking. Okay, why is the Ace of Cups here? Seven of Wands. So this is feeling like King of the Hill. Again, another culmination card. Why are Nine of Pentacles? Okay. And Seven of Wands. The Moon. So another major arcana. 18 equals out to 9. So again, we have almost there, almost culmination. I see that you're dreaming of success. You may not actually be there yet, but it's your dream. And you may have some anxiety about what could happen. Maybe possible parent. Ooh, pardon me. Maybe possible paranoia. I don't know what that was. Okay, that was weird. So let's see here. So we have 3 major arcana. You know, overall, it may just be you have to move back somewhere after graduation and you end up really good. Or you had to move back home in order to graduate and then it ends up good. Either way. Because there really is no past, present, future here. So it could be any of them. Okay. Okay, 6 of Cups, something from the past. 2 of Wands, all these decisions. It looks like it's a waiting game. Okay. 2 of Wands also about information coming in, like possibly letters. But it says, you know, your foundation is set. You will achieve, especially if it's for business. Just take the step, have that courage. Take the Fool, so you're lacking courage. Queen of Swords. This is somebody who's saying, come on. So your choices are don't take the step or take on the challenge. Okay, and the 2 of Wands always says to take on the challenge. So you are really debating about whether or not to have something to do with the past. I wasn't seeing love in here, but we do have emotional satisfaction. So quite possibly, you may go back to somebody after being left out in the cold because of some kind of revelation that came about. But it also may just be going back to a job from the past or going back home to a place that's familiar to you. And maybe where you're moving. Here we also have foolishness, being naive, and then having really good perspective. Yeah, we're just going somewhere where you have history. Possibly a childhood city, childhood home. Some of you may be going back, like maybe leaving a teaching profession, and you find something that does emotionally satisfy you. You become sufficient or self-sufficient. But you don't have to be leaving. You could actually be getting that, and then you become self-sufficient. Okay, the world and the high priestess. Now we know with the world and tower, there's an end to something. But something may have come to an end and then had a new beginning. If it's funny, with the high priestess we have beginning and end, alpha, omega. It may have to do, with school, because she's like I would expect the Hierophant, but either way, it's still it's like a school. There may be maybe being oblivious to something, considering we have the moon. Moon and high priestess usually talk about deception. And you find out some kind of information with 2 revelation cards. And you don't like what you see. And again, I just see you're unable to see something. There might possibly be some like dark magic, but that's only because we have the moon and the high priestess together. I don't see that anywhere else. I see some information's missing. There's like a scary step you have to take, and you're not taking the courage that would take a step like on faith. Stepping out into the unknown. And somebody may personally just be leading you around in circles. But I see, somebody's capable of learning. You may listen to somebody. But whatever secret there is, with all these positive cards, it's going to be to your satisfaction. You're going to end up really good. It may just be you have to decide what's the appropriate action. All right. What are some action steps for Aries to take from now until the end of May? Ace of Wands. So having a new beginning, a very passionate one, going after your dreams. Could also be an affair, though. I don't know why the cards would tell you to have an affair, but I usually see this as an affair. It may just be talking about going after your dreams. Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Not being a student anymore. Also, okay, no longer focused on something you're passionate about. Or stop focusing on an affair. Or if you're having an affair, let it go. Okay, as far as love, what messages are there about love for Aries from now until the end of May? Give your relationship a chance. Okay, so scratch the last thing I said. This is giving the one that got away, give them a chance. Because there's some passion there. And you'll have a lot of emotional satisfaction. They may have done you wrong in the past. But work on it. And you could still be together. I did see being left out in the cold. And if you're the one who did something wrong, then I see they're probably going to give you a chance. Flirt, just be lighthearted. Don't take it too seriously. Alright, last card. Messages for Aries, for love, work, school, from now until the end of May. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so somebody doesn't really want to commit. Somebody doesn't want to work hard, and also see loss of job. So it could be you lose a job or you lose a dream. Of course, the advice would be turn around, move on in a positive manner, and work hard so you actually reach your dreams. And work hard on a relationship. So somebody's not working on it, but your advice was to work on it and give it a chance. And you'll see results. And it's probably somebody who got away. If you look here, this Ace of Pentacles got away, and he's still working on other things. This is also no longer being an apprentice. Possibly the need to go back to school. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go. Oh, because my cats are being crazy. But I'll just show you, I have Seven of Swords. And like I told somebody in the last reading, people don't really remember it very much. But Seven of Swords is about education as well as taking your power back after somebody was sneaky with you. And I'm not saying take it back in a bad way. I'm just saying there's probably a need for forgiveness.